All right, what's up, everybody? Well, my truck broke. I wasn't here this morning, and I guess whoever was running it said that the radiator broke and now has a hole in it. So we are down 3 trucks now. So we have 5 trucks still running. They brought the drag line out, so they're out here. So because I'm not in a truck and I wasn't filming this morning before it broke, I am on my way out to the dairy to show you guys the drag line, because I know that I've been telling you about the drag line and what it's going to be doing. So I wanted to make sure I came out and filmed it so you guys can at least see what it is and what I was talking about and how it works and everything. So I'm going to come out here to the dairy and show you all about it. Okay, we have the drag line. He's just scooping. It's like he's getting a lot out on that side. And it looks like it is fairly solid, so that's good. We'll be able to haul most of that. So the drain, you can kind of see now that there's a berm right there and right here. And then there's a dip, and then there's a berm on the other side. So there's the hole where the water leaks through from the top area into the drain. So right there is the drain. I know it's blurry when I point. So the drain goes all the way through over to this area. And it looks like they weren't able to get the middle section right there, mainly because the drag line came, and we now have enough broken trucks that we weren't able to run the drag line and the drain all at the same time. So we weren't able to do that. But looks like, so there's the truck that you can see over there that he's dumping into. But yeah, so right here, there's a berm there and a berm there, and then it's kind of broken right there. So that's where the water just kind of seeps through. And then all of this, so where he's digging, and then we have all of this is also manure, clear right here over to there, and then all the way around. So like all of this is all manure. So there's a lot of manure in here that we can't normally get with the loaders. So that's why we have this guy come out with the drag line. I'm trying to remember how long of reach he has. I think he has like 100, I think it's about 100-foot reach is what he can get. And like clearly you can see that he's reached clear over here. So from where he's sitting to here, yeah, it's probably about 100 feet. So he's got quite a reach on this thing. I mean, just to see how tall that is, like, well, that's a truck, and these are big grain bins, and he's way taller than those with just this piece here. So, but he's getting it cleaned out. So he'll clean out over there in that corner as much as he can, and then he'll drive over here and park right here, and then he'll clean out all on this side, and then sometimes he comes and he'll park like over here and reach over and clean out some of this. But this is all kind of designed so it's really deep over here. So right here next to the weeping wall, so the boards on this weeping wall, and sorry it's blurry when I point, the boards on this weeping wall, those are 16-foot boards. It's like it's 16 feet right there, and then there's another 16 feet that are basically underneath the manure. And that's not even the bottom. Like this keeps going. So this is probably about 20 feet deep right here. Like you can see that it is pretty deep, just judging by how he's digging in it. But so he'll get as much out as he can, but it's 20 feet deep here, but it kind of like, it's really deep here, and then it kind of goes uphill all the way over to here. So over here might only be 5 or 6 feet deep. 4 or 5 feet deep somewhere. So then it just kind of slopes, because the idea is to slope everything over to the weeping wall so the water can go through the weeping wall and then over into the lagoon over there. But yeah, he's getting trucks loaded up pretty good. It is pretty solid. He's able to stack it pretty high. Doesn't stack it as much as he probably could, but definitely stacking it up. And it's a cold, snowy day today. It's actually not snowing right now, but it's been snowing all morning, just little flurries. So let me go walk over there and get you a little bit better view. It does take a little bit more, quite a few more scoops to load the trucks than like the loader. It is a pretty good sized bucket, but not quite as big as the loader bucket. I'm just glad that that's mostly solid. We were all kind of worried that that was going to be really sloppy. But that is that's a big old excavator. Again, I have no idea what brand it is. It's a EX300 LC. No idea. It doesn't really have like a brand name on it. All I know is it has Chinese letters on the boom, so. And then right down here, so this is the drain. So this big channel. So it's wide enough you can drive a loader all the way through here. And I think, so like this actually has a concrete ramp right here. And I believe it's actually, it's concrete almost all the way over here. But then we've gone in with the loaders and we've hooked some of the concrete and pulled it out and kind of ruined it here and there. So it's dirt over there. There's concrete ramp and then it's dirt and then it goes back to concrete. But yeah, this is the drain. And somewhere in here is the pipe for when they wash their milk barn. The water will just run out of the pipe right here. So that's where all this water comes from. So when we are cleaning out the drain, we'll tell them they have a tank. I think it might be that big white tank, I don't know. But they do have a tank where, so instead of running their wash water out here through the drain, they can store it for a few days without flushing it out. So they'll store it for a few days while we clean the drain out. That way we're not getting more and more water in here. And then once we're done and we get it all cleaned out, then they'll turn it on and run all the water out. So it would be nice, because I know a lot of the comments are going to say, well, why don't they just run the wash water directly into the lagoon? Well, that would be nice, because the lagoon's just right over there. And actually right there is the pump. Right over here is the pump panel and everything for the lagoon pump. So they could do that, but we'd have to find the pipe and pipe it over there. But at least then you wouldn't have a ton of water right here, which is true. That would definitely work better. The thing is, this was all designed, like my grandpa designed and built this all a long time ago, 60, 70 years ago. Probably about 60 years ago is probably when they started designing all this. And it was designed originally for just these few sheds right here, because the old milk barn was right there, and there was just a few sheds right here, and there was like this one little area, and that was it. Well, then as they expanded, they added more and more and more and more and more and more, clear on down to there, and all these extra manure areas. When I was a kid and started hauling manure, this manure area only went, I think it was just about right here. So they've added so much more that all of this has not been changed. So it isn't really designed for the amount of cows that are out here, and that's why they're wanting us to clean it out, because they're trying to do some upgrades so to their weeping wall and their separation system. So hopefully they can upgrade it a little bit. Now one problem we have right here is that all looks really dry, and I know the camera flattens it out, but he's probably down about, I mean, you can see where he's sitting. He's probably down about 15 feet. So he's dug out a lot. And you can see the front of the weeping wall, how it's all kind of busted up right here. Like, they definitely got to fix that. But the problem is he gets down and digs and gets all the solid out, but you have all this water that's right here, and right there is the channel. So it's like, will that hold and not let the water flow through, or is it going to break through and we're going to have a giant mess? I don't know. But I imagine today and probably tomorrow and maybe the next day, it might take 3 days. We'll see how much we get out of here today. It might only take 2. It might take today and tomorrow, and then we'll be done here. But yeah, we'll 2 or 3 days. We'll definitely be done this week. And with 3 of our trucks being broken and only running, let's see, we have the 2 Peterbilts, we have the International, and we have the Western Star, and I think we have 1 of our GMCs. So we have 5 trucks. So we're running 5 trucks. We thought about going back to that other dairy and getting more of their manure, but with 5 trucks, we don't know that it would be worth it because we wouldn't be able to haul near as fast as we were with 7. So we'll see. We also don't know that we'll be able to haul. We don't want to haul much more after this week. So if we get to Friday and we're done here, we may go over and haul some more of their manure over there. But yeah, we're trying to figure it out as we go. But yeah, it's pretty cold out here. It's like 30. It's not 40 degrees. It's about 36, 37 degrees. So yeah. This is the drag line that you've all wanted to see. Also, when he gets done right here, he'll go over to the lagoon over there, and he's gonna scrape off. He'll scrape as much of the solid that he can reach. I don't know that he can reach the very middle, but he'll scrape as much as the solid out of there as he can reach, and he'll pile it along the edge. So he'll take it and he'll just pile it behind him as he goes. And then when we haul manure in the spring, we'll either use that to mix in if we get some slop, or we'll just haul those piles. So we're not going to haul those this time. We'll haul it in the spring. But yeah, come springtime, we'll have another 2 to 3 weeks of hauling. Hopefully just 2 weeks, but you never know. If it's nice and solid, we can stack it really high. It'll be 2 weeks, but if not, it's going to be 3. We can't have it take too long in the spring because once we get done with the manure, we got to move right into planting grain. And then actually Christopher will be planting grain right behind us as we haul manure. And then right from there, we go into transloading our seed potatoes and cutting seed. And then we have to plant potatoes. So we can't have this take forever, or else we can't get to the things that really matter, which is getting the seeds in the ground. So still a lot here we weren't able to get out. We haven't been able to get this drain cleaned out for a few years just because it's always so sloppy. Thought I'd come over here right next to the excavator. Let you see down in where he's getting it from. It's always cool to watch this big equipment work. That's good and solid. You can see right there is dirt, and right there is dirt. So that's the channel where it goes through. I'm currently standing right next to right next to the broken weeping wall. Now they pumped a lot of the water over here, and it was just sitting here, and now he's dug out enough that it's actually starting to go back through the weeping wall back into here. So yeah, this thing is pretty destroyed. We even thought ahead when we put this in. We're like, oh, let's put a head gate in. So down at the very bottom of the weeping wall, there's a head gate at the bottom that we could open up to let water through, but it broke so quickly that we were never able to use that. So kind of a bummer, but maybe the next sweeping wall or whatever they do will work a little bit better. I've had my noise, I have my mic on right now, and I've had my noise cancellation on to hopefully cut down on the wind noise. But I know that also cuts down on the ambient noise. Well, I'm standing behind the weeping wall, so there's not a whole lot of wind. So maybe you'll be able to actually hear this thing now. This truck is just about full. Now the guy running this is probably 70 years old. He's been running it for a long time. But he does a good job. Might be the last scoop. Well, I think there's room for another one. I always underestimate how much it actually takes to fill them because the bucket is so much smaller. This Western Star also has a bigger bed, so that definitely helps. There's not another truck here yet either. Oh, another truck just pulled in. Looks like he's full. Another truck pulled in just in time. So they'll start loading that truck. Over here, this is the lagoon. So some flowed through that pipe because that all looks pretty fresh, but there's a lot of solid out there. So hopefully they can get a lot of that out with the excavator because it makes it hard to pump out. The pump is over there, but it makes it hard to pump all this out when there's that much solid in the lagoon. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, but I got something extra for you. But before I send you, I hope you loved it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button. Cue the drone footage.